SPPU postponed second year engineering semester exams 2023. Dual degree implementation needs strong collaboration among HEIs. Tribal Youth Exchange program from Jan 28. CSF hosts forums to deliberate primary education reforms outlined in NEP 2020. UN chief calls on Taliban to reverse ban on education of Afghan girls. Special casual leave on Jan 30th for teachers for MLC constituency polls in Thane. Good afternoon and warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, where you get to watch the latest developments in education at the top of this hour. This is Balaji reporting from ENN, and the daily stories are: after the students of the second year engineering courses protested in front of the Vice Chancellor's office at the Savitribai Phule University Pune on Monday, demanding the postponement of their third end semester exam, SPPU on Tuesday issued a circular rescheduling the exam. The exams were earlier scheduled between January 25th to 31st, but now the postponement will be held between January 30th and February 7th. The circular further said that the new timetable will be uploaded on the university website soon. The decision is applicable to all affiliated engineering colleges in Pune, Ahmednagar and Nasik districts. The notification also requested the principals and the college examination officers to convey the rescheduling to exam to all stakeholders and the students, as well as the activities from the National Students Union of India's Pune chapter said that we have relieved to some extent by the university's decision. The in-semester exam carries questions from the two units in each subject and it's conducted by the individual colleges. This ends on Jan 20th. Now the end semester of examination, which is based on the remaining 4 units, was supposed to be starting on January 25th. There was hardly any way for the students to study the vast syllabus in just 4 days. Everybody knows that the majority of the students study during their preparatory breaks, which were normally 1 month long. We are happy that the university took cognizance of the students' protest and postponed the exams, said. The UGC has recently asked the higher education institutions to create facilitative mechanisms to introduce dual degrees. The university will need robust academic planning, including content structures, flexible time schedules, and a system of variable proof of enrolments to the mapped students to academic institutions. The UGC allows students to pursue 2 academic programs simultaneously, including physical degree, online degrees, and even diploma programs from the same university or 2 different universities, as long as the classes and the other academic activities for the both degree programs do not clash. In the course of the year, it was seen that the many students were unable to seek admissions in physical mode to the dual degree programs because of the mandatory requirement of submission of the migration and school leaving certificate at the time of admissions. In Jan 2023, the UGC urged the universities to advise mechanism facilitating students so that they can pursue the 2-year academic courses simultaneously. The Nehru Yuva Kendra district unit is conducting the Natl Tribal Youth Exchange program from January 28th to February 3rd. Around 200 tribal boys and girls from these states, Jharkhand, Odisha and Chhattisgarh would participate in the program to be held in the Tribal Culture, Research and Training Mission premises. The Port City hosted the same kind of youth exchange program in 2020. The State Industries and Information Technology Minister G. Amarnath released the wall poster of the Youth Exchange Program here on Tuesday. Nehru Yuva Kendra District Coordinator G. Maheshwar Rao said that the youth from Kunti, Latehar, Lohar Darga and Guna districts in Jharkhand, Sukma, Bastar, Kanker, Narayanpur and Rajnandgaon districts in Chhattisgarh, Konmal district in Odisha will participate in the program. He said CRPF, ITBP and BSF officials are accompanying the tribal youth. During the program, an awareness of language, culture, lifestyle and financial condition and others will be created among the youth. Central Square Foundation on International Day of Education hosted a forum that brought together the education sector experts to deliberate primary education reforms outlined in NEP 2020. The forum held on Tuesday, Jan 24th was organized to find a common pathway and develop an accountable understanding among key stakeholders from the government and civil society to achieve the objectives regarding furthering the learning outcomes among the school children as outlined in the NEP 2020 document, read a press statement issued by the Central Square Foundation. This year's theme for the International Day of Education was to invest in people, prioritize education. The forum organized by the CSF was started with a keynote address by Savita Sharma, CEO Central Square Foundation, on the need for greater saliences on ensuring that the learning outcomes for all children is met as per the vision on NEP 2020. The opening panel discussion for the forum was on the topic, the new regulatory architecture envisioned by the NEP, followed by the second panel topic, which is setting a visible learning marker to improve learning outcomes. On the International Day of Education, United Nations Secretary General Antonio on Tuesday called on the Taliban in Afghanistan to reverse the ban on girls' access to the secondary and higher education. Calling education a fundamental right, Antonio said that now is the time for all the nations to ensure taking active steps to develop welcoming and inclusive learning environments to all. Now is also the time to end all discriminatory laws and practices that hinder access to education. I call on the de facto authorities in Afghanistan in particular to reverse the outrageous and the self-defeating ban on the access to secondary and higher education for girls, the official spokesperson on UN Secretary General said in a release. Talking to Twitter, Antonio also tweeted and said, now is the time to end all discriminatory laws and practices that hinder access to education. The theme of this year's International Day of Education reminds us to invest in people, prioritize education, the official release of the UN added. The Maharashtra Legislative Council Concurrent Teachers Constituency election will be held in Thane on Jan 38. Deputy Commissioner of the Elections has announced a special casual leave on the day so that the teachers and non-teaching staffs can exercise their rights to vote in the election. Collector Ashok said that on the day of polls, teachers who have registered their names will be getting a special casual leave and a holiday will be observed in the schools where polling centers are set up. Special casual leave has been granted to only the working teachers who are named for the registered to vote in the schools in the Thane Municipal Corporation are to exercise the right to vote on the election day as announced by the election department. As it is a working day, on the said day, instructions have been issued to the principal and the senior teachers to plan the school classes regarding the said implementation so that no complaint of any kind comes from the students or from the parents. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, log on to our website, theenn.com, and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.